All right, ladies and gentlemen, today, tablet, pen, write today's date down, and let's begin. See, the bottom line is you have a choice today. You can spend time with me, and I'll give you exactly what I know, how to get to the $1 million dream, or you can go back to sleep, or go through what? With the motions of the day. Let's change your life today. Let's have some fun. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds, and they call me the Godfather of Credit. What a concept. And this is live. I like doing live things. I don't like pre-recorded things. But behind that Lamborghini in that building, guess what I obtained? Millions and billions. Let me show you how he did it. No pictures, no recording. Got to put it here. There's the ultimate goal. Now, this is online 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, live. Now, the things you see on the other side over here, the yachts, the Ferrari, the helicopter, the yachts, and the U-Dock, mine. I got those things along the way. You have the chance to change your life. And I just like to have fun. I think you, me, before, is kind of like the defensive circle. Let's think about you today. What can we do to help you? The debt, the friends, the family. Some probably knocked you down, maybe ripped you off. How about the devil? He's always trying to knock us down too. But I'll tell you what, if you do what I ask you to do, I can get you to $1 million, but you have to follow through. The ultimate goal is putting that puzzle together, putting the pieces. That's what you're trying to do. I'll bet you spend thousands of dollars on it didn't work. How about I hold your hand every day, 6 days a week if you want me to, for the next 90 working days, if not more. You see, the first thing is taking care of the family. The next thing we have to do is think about basically getting the house. Maybe the car. Maybe the money. Oh, I like money. I like $1 million credit cards because they're a corporation. Interest rate. I get to write an interest rate in the credit card and the line of credit. That's the only way to really do it anyway. So the ultimate goal is let's get some money. And let's make sure we don't bring the pain home again. Next thing is having a business. The ultimate goal. So I want to show you what I did. Ever since I was a little boy, I tear things apart. I look around the curtain. I want to find out exactly how they got their American dream. What did they do that I need to know? There's the ultimate goal for you. Let's peek around the curtain. Let's find out how millionaires and billionaires got there. The ultimate goal, personal credit score 750 score. I can help you get to a 750 score. The ultimate goal. These are just more goodies that I got. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TRW. All right, and they became Asperian. TRW stood for The Report's Wrong. The ultimate goal. Thomas Raymond Woolridge, they made bicycle parts. Then they got an information business. Now, let's think today. A corporation, if you don't have one, I'll hand you one. If you have one, I got to tell you some things you need to kind of fix. See, getting that $100,000 of cash credit to $1 million, rebuilding is kind of a pain in the ass yet. Once you get past that, the ultimate goal is very simple to do. As we do this, let's understand something. All right, getting that $100,000 is going to help you get to the business to where it needs to be. You see, you're going to have to focus on corporate credit, interest rate, or you get to write off the interest rate and the credit card and the line of credit. So if we actually let me show you and let me do the work for you, we can get there faster. Is that okay with you? The ultimate goal is you. So the ultimate thing is, let me add you to my credit system. The credit system allows me to do a couple things. The ultimate goal is very simple, all right, as you do this. So what we need to do is understand what a corporate credit system does and a personal system does too. The ultimate goal. See, that's just one of the mansions that I got worth $5 million plus. So let's think about Rapid Rescore today. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rapid Refresh or Rapid Rescore. I created those in basically whatever, I can't tell you. They tell you how my age is. 38 years ago. 38 years ago, mortgage companies were having a problem. They were trying to close escrow on houses because the loan people told them they had to have a debt to ratio 40 to 50%, and that was not true, especially like in 2008. All those people that lied, used stated income and countrywide, oh my goodness, what a bunch of, oh, what can I say? So what happened is we created rapid scoring, rapid refresh. This is where we get to block bad credit if you have some, and we push the scores up, up, and away to create green lights on the bottom. You see, you might have to do juggle struggle. You might have to steal from Peter to pay Paul to make Mary happy. But again, we don't know until we analyze you. So as we do this, let's understand. I'm going to take my $10 million of credit history on my dashboards as an affiliate of 119 creditors, and I'm going to help you. That's just goodies I obtained too. So we have to think, how can you get to the American dream? Ultimate goal is very simple. If you allow me to analyze you, that means I'm going to look at your Spear and your Transient Equifax, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do and what I'm going to do for you too. The bottom line is the ultimate goal is reaching the goal. Now, here's why you're here today. You're trying to learn something new. You're trying to figure out, all right, does this guy have anything I can learn today for you? See, to do your life better, in a better way, to not bring the pain home, to protect your family, and understand how to get the American dream. That's the ultimate goal as we do this. So let's understand something today. All right, those are the things I believe you're here to try to do as we accomplish the goal. So let's understand. 1,000 steps to millionaire, 1,000 steps to be a certified CFO. To be a certified CFO, you have to have the knowledge, and that's the key. It's not just a title. My legacy is the Ray Reynolds University. Ultimate goal. Now, every programs that I get you involved with, if you get involved with me, I'm going to hold your hand personally. I'm going to walk through the process, and I'm going to put you in classes on a Wednesday and Saturday all through the day, and you just have to show up. Now, all programs you also get a hold of with me, I want to give you 100% back your money, all right, up to times 10. You see, I want you to realize not everybody in this world wants to just rip you off. I want to change your life. When I got to 2.6 billion at 26 under corporate structure, I offered to do it all for free. Nobody wanted to play unless they have some skin in the game. So whatever you get involved with, if I give you back 100% to times 10 in personal business credit, that's the ultimate goal for me, for you. A corporation and divisions if you want to be in business. We're going to focus on that today. Can you draw the diagram there? That's the corporation and the divisions. I want you to think about something. And I'll show you under Chapter 18 how a corporation is a legal person. All right, that allows a corporation to be a management company managing divisions or subsidiaries. Now, understand what this also means. Every one of those entities gets a tax ID, which allows me to build millions of dollars of credit per entity if you want me to. That way you can finance your American dream. So let's think about what Bank of America does. Why? Because they're in every city, in every state. They file bankruptcy in locations they don't want to keep. And then they get a tax credit for that. How about we look at basically Wells Fargo, Chase, and U.S. Bank? How about we look at Geico? What they do? Sam's Club. How about cities? So you saw 11 cities file bankruptcy. That means they wiped out the debt and they stayed in business. Well, how does that happen? They're a city. They're part of the system. Under Chapter 9 bankruptcy, under the Federal Protection Act, public record, the city can wipe out the debt and stay in business. The ultimate goal. So the bottom line is very simple. All right, as you do this, remember, number one, I want you to listen very carefully. I'd like you to stop bringing the pain home. I'd like you to think about becoming a certified CFO, but you have to learn the rules and tools. I'd like you to understand how to reprogram your brain into millionaire status. When I was a little boy eating out of a trash can, being dropped off Redondo Beach Pier every morning by Mrs. Hope, all right, it literally at 6:30 in the morning, all right, till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, till I was 3 to 9.5 years old. I grabbed magazines. Magazines were my fantasy. I'd pretend this is my mommy and my daddy. Well, that never happened. But I looked at all the rich and famous people. On the pier, you can see Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. They got money. How'd they get their money? So that's what I've been studying ever since I was a little boy. How they get the money, how did they do it? Look behind the curtain. So I developed something for the last 44 years called the Ray Reynolds Blueprint. It will change your life. Well, let's talk about the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. I want you to think about something. All right, July 9th, 1869, a corporation was voted as a legal person. For 153 years, a corporation has more rights than you and me. So let's think about today. I have a thought of the week to give everybody. Let's think about, you and me, it's me and you, rebuild your future. It hasn't happened yet. So let's do it the right way. Is that okay? I'd like to be your shortcut if you allow me to be that. So in other words, I'll show you the way to get to where you needed to be all along, and then you're going to look back going, roller coaster of faith and persistence. I could have got through it better. But again, it's up to you. See, what most people have a problem with is themselves. You see, the biggest problem reaching a goal, not is only just the motivation, it's the rules and the tools. And then they're afraid, or they basically hold themselves back, or they don't think they can accomplish the goal. So do yourself a favor. See it, believe it, go get it. So let's think. A corporation is structure. It's a legal person. Like I said, I'll show you chapter 18. A corporation does business. If it's sued, they would sue the person that started the corporation. Could be you. So if the corporation was a management company managing divisions or subsidiaries like rich and famous people do, banks and grocery stores and cities, you would not bring the pain home. So I want you to think about your corporation, if you get one or have one, to be a management company. I like the divisions to be set up. I'd like you to stop bringing the pain home, and this is going to give you your second chance. See, when you jacked up your personal credit, you got stuck, you can write off diddly squat. You brought the pain home and hurt your family. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable ever again. So let's understand, we're going to put our ducks in a row. Is that okay with you? As we played the game, let's understand. Because I look at it as a game as a little kid when I wrote Winning the Game of Business 44 years ago. See, I think most people follow like sheep. They do what they're told to do. They don't question anything. You might have had a friend, a family member, an attorney or CPA kind of let you down and rip you off. Why don't we start today that you start learning things for yourself? Okay, and looking behind the curtain. Is that okay? As we learn to play, it's like a corporation. I started my first one at 9.5 years old as a little kid. I sent away my money order. I got a corporation, the Secretary of State came back. See, I've been saying since I was 9.5, all corporations are free. If you paid an attorney or CPA in incorporating service, I think you got ripped off. Why? Because you didn't learn diddly squat. Sorry. You paid thousands of dollars for something and taught you nothing. They handed you a piece of paper that was actually free. You pay a little filing fee. California actually waives the filing fee currently till next year. So stop following like sheep. Start learning for yourself. Is that okay? Now, I'm the incorporator for rich and famous people, people who went out of prison, and homeless people too. What most people do is probably what you did too. You sit around the kitchen table with your friends and your family, and you said, let's start a business. Everybody got excited, and then they look around and go, where are we going to get the money? Everybody's looking, who's going to cough up the money? Well, let's hawk the house, let's jack up the credit cards, and let's screw it up. Well, that's what most people did. I don't get it. Why would anybody jack up their credit cards past 29% and hurt their family, do it on purpose? That'd be stupid. When you could get corporate credit right of interest rate and credit card and line of credit. And nobody's stupid, so nobody did that, right? So we got to learn how to play the game and learn how to win. And never bring the pain home again. See, you got choices. Why don't we write down today's date? Let's project 90 working days, and let's go see it, believe it, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Like that mansion I obtained too. Why not? If I can do it, so could you. So as we play the game, my goal is very simple for you. See, it's very simple. I'm not here to sell you what I want. Okay? What I'd like to do is make my goal to provide what you need. Okay, to that makes sense to me, what you need, the pieces. All right, it's like the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years for $5,000 a set. It's a full blueprint. Getting mansions, that's how I use my real estate system. From there, the financial system, becoming the bank. Ultimate goal. So I normally would sell that about $10,000. If you spend $9.99, you get it for free. But if you just want to buy the books and CDs, it's $9.99 for all 18 books and CDs. So either way, you get the rules and some tools. See, starting a business, it's like you're just, you're falling off a cliff. You don't know if they're going to catch you. They're like they're pushing you down. Suppliers, creditors, employees, and all the silly things. You see, when you start a corporation or a business, you should plan the problem. That's why divisions are a must. That way, if it screws up, it doesn't hurt the corporate, hurt your family. But again, it's going to be up to you. We have 32 days left of this year. So I want you to focus on this right now. Okay, 33 days actually. And what do we have to look at? 22 working days? 22 working days? That's all we got? We're running out of time. I want you to think about what I call checkbook money. If you get your bank account set up correctly for the corporation, they have a line of credit up to $150,000, no tax return, but you have to own it now, all right, first year, in January, second year. That's their biggest requirement, okay? I call it checkbook money. So let's think about something today. Why don't we get you up to $1 million of corporate credit on credit cards? How about we think about 5.4 million based on checkbook money? Is that okay? I think that should be your goal today, the ultimate goal. Now, if you're not aware of my schedule, I'm online 6 days a week. And that way I can hold your hand. You get me personally, and you don't get passed around and trying to get hold of me. You can always ask questions. Now, I got this one program called Setting the Tone coming up. It's a 3-day event. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, 27th, 28th, 29th. 3 days, all right, you can be online with me. We're going to tear apart the whole Founders Kit and all the books and CDs, all 18 of them, and have fun. So what happens is, and the bonus is, I'm going to give you level 1, 2, 3 specialty classes and $50,000 of cash credit. See, if I was to do the cash credit, I'd charge you $5,000, and the bonuses would be extra. That's about $14,000 of bonuses. Today, instead of a $10,000 payment from you, I discount it to half price. So $4,999. You get $50,000 in credit in all my levels in classes for 90 days starting January. And it's $5,000. So the ultimate goal, that deadline is today. So if you don't want the bonuses, then you pay $1,000 a day for the knowledge, and we're going to have some fun. It's called Setting the Tone. From here, I have this other event, but this is a 6-month program. I don't know if you want to commit to accomplish almost every goal you want in 6 months and let me interview you, personal and business, to put things in check. And I'm going to call this the Millionaire Member Boot Camp. All right, only about 25 people are allowed in it in the first place. And it's the same day. We start the kickoff that same day, in those 3 days to help you more so you understand 2023. So understand, we're going to have a Zoom meeting every 2 weeks. Next, so I'm going to call you, and you're going to call each other back and forth, you and me, the personal touch. 6 months, all classes, 6 months rapid rescore, and I'm going to give you $100,000 of bonus cash credit. Again, so here's the things we're going to talk about. And this is only a couple of them just to let you know. We're going to have some fun. Asset protection. All right, we're going to have some fun with that. Buying real estate under divisions. Okay, lines of credit, how to do this is more. And I'm talking about daisy chaining credit cards into more per divisions and structure. Building supply and vendor credit as well. But there's a lot more to that. This is some highlights for you. Ultimate goal. Now, this is a 6-month program, and it costs $10,000. When you pay in full, you get a 10% discount. You should always Zelle a deposit. All right, and here's how it works if you want. This means you can put $5,000 down, and that's the minimum, and you can have payments of 5 payments, $1,000 a month, as you go through the 6 months with me. Now, I want you to take a picture of Zelle today, how we get paid here. All right, as an affiliate before pandemic, they said don't take cards, use Zelle. And then they bought Zelle. Zelle is Ray Reynolds recipient, and it's an email address, not a phone number, ray@rayscredit.com. When you Zelle something in the message, you always put your Zelle for. Or you can do a bank transfer, deposit, or a wire. Now, my journey wasn't easy. The end results you see today that I got to millions and billions in a corporation, But again, in the beginning, I got born in a taxi. She didn't want me. She threw me away. Your journey today can begin with me. Now, every morning I'm up at 2:25 since I was 2.5 years old. All right, I always on my knees thanking God, thank Jesus for another day. Then I always do a mirror test. See, I put myself in check. I didn't have a mommy and daddy to help me, so I had to figure it out myself. So I look in the mirror and I always ask myself a question. All right, have I completed everything I need to? Is there more to be done? The ultimate goal is very simple. Okay, I put myself in check. I'd like you to ask those same questions to yourself too. But again, I think you ask your friends and family, and it kind of clouds your direction. See, we've all been through a sad story. My first coma, I was 5.5, I was crippled. Jesus said, get up, I got up. My last coma, 2009, 13 years ago. Didn't matter, I got my 3 yachts in my backyard worth millions or billions. Bottom line is, I took out a yacht, one of my 3 yachts in the backyard. My wife had a group of people. Watch the fireworks. Next day, I'm in a coma. My tax attorney stole my life. Nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor, and I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back. See, the bottom line is for you, it's not your surroundings. It's your mental capacity of see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal, very simple. All right, as we do this, reprogramming your brain into millionaire status. Jesus is not a drive-through, is my book coming out. See, I believe being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. So, getting past go, I want to show you some goodies I obtained. You can obtain your goodies too. Anywhere from Lamborghini collection, the Duffy, to the mansions. And I accomplish every goal I've ever had. All right, I do it until I'm done. See, it's like when I broke the record for the highest kick in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. From there, I like basically race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, Ferraris, and basically yachts. I want you to focus on the blueprint, the rules, and the tools. I don't use clip art. All right, I'll show you exactly what I obtained and how you can get it for yourself too. That's why we call it the Ray Reynolds blueprint. And we're always going to say, see it, believe it, go get it. Your goal is simple today. If you really want to change your life, we got to talk about your personal credit. You have to be a qualified CFO. Why don't you write down section 611 and Google it later today. Ray, credit repair, I'm sorry, it's a fraud. Or I don't have to say it. Federal Trade Commission says it all the time. They write silly letters and lie to the credit bureaus, and they think they're going to trick them. The bottom line is credit rebuilding works because you have to be part of the program. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And all you have to do is follow through. Let's give you the first 25 steps today to get you started. Remember, these are just things I obtained, not clip art, real things I obtained. So as we do this, racecredit.com or annualcreditreport.com, get your credit reports right away. And give me the report numbers, step 1. Next, as we play the game, our goal is simple, is I want to analyze your credit. I want to be able to look at your Experian, Chandra, and Equifax, and I can tell you exactly what you need to do on your part and what I'll do for you. It's going to be a 750 score, usually in 90 working days. I want you to pay attention. Now let's go back to basics. You have a Social Security card in your personal wallet. You did not look at this application for the credit, or it's called a Social Security card. I think maybe you looked at it or mommy did it for you and you skimmed over and got your card. I don't think you dissected it. You didn't look behind the curtain. So I want you to understand something today. We all get an SSN for one reason, to create a 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. We read the card, it says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, which all of you did for your credit purposes. All right, and it says property of government agency, Social Administration, which is the IRS. So there's step 2. As you got your first paycheck a long time ago, all right, I want you to remember something, please. Okay, you thought you were missing money. You see, the IRS gets their cut before you get the leftover. That's what made us a sheep and a duck. And here's the problem with most people, probably you, sorry to say, you didn't pay attention to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, okay, where it says a corporation's a legal person. So that's SS4, SSN, work in conjunction. So remember, we get one SSN. You got it for tax purposes only, 1040 tax return. That's all you got it for. The ultimate goal on this side over here, all right, you got an SS4 for the 1120. And most people don't understand. See, when you get a tax ID, it tells you when it's due. You should put in your cell phone 5 days before it's due to remind you in the calendar, say, hey, it's due, wake up. Again, a corporation gets one tax ID. If they sue the corp, they tend to sue you. So either way, we're a duck. We're a sheep. What are we supposed to do? Panic? No. In 1985 and 86, I had a vision, and it basically created divisions in the process to do that under the corporation. All right, even 89 ways to do this correctly. Every corp gets a tax ID and a credit report. Every division does the same thing. So if you listen very carefully, your divisions are your line of defense. Please listen. A corporation to be a management company, managing divisions, that gives you a chance to try. Long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I might as well be dead. But you tried, but you end up screwing this up. You jacked up your personal credit, which you never had to. And there's your biggest mistake. So if you allow me to show you and do it for you and with you, you can truly learn the rules and tools to become a certified CFO. The ultimate goal, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. It's the blueprint that God gave me to give you. Now, listen carefully. I want you to write down IRS 1244. Write it down now. So I want you to understand the SSN and SS4 can file one tax return and pay almost no tax at all. So instead of complaining about rich and famous people, why don't you learn what you needed to know since day one, all right, and basically at 1244. You chose to have somebody in your life tell you to basically build credit under a SSN when you were told not to use it for ID purposes. But you didn't listen to that. You did what you were told to. Sorry, that's a sheep. If you would have focused on SS4, that would be a flying eagle. Again, so let's understand, because you use your SSN and you basically got your credit and kind of did good or bad, whatever you did to it, I now have to rebuild that. All right, as you're basically, you have to be the CFO for the corporation and the divisions. At the same time, if you allow me to, I got to get your permission, I will set up an SS4 in your name and set up a division of you. That allows you to be a CFO under a division. Let's think, come on. If your corporation signs a lease on a building or a car or whatever it is, and they sue the court because you couldn't pay the bill, they sue you. If you are a line of defense division, your division can guarantee for the other division. Again, you don't hurt the corp, you don't hurt your family. See, I want you to start thinking wisely. I'd like you not to bring the pain home again. So please listen today. The ultimate goal. So we have the ability to play, but we have to win. Well, back to that application for Social Security card, the one you didn't pay attention to. The SSN equals 1040. From there in the left-hand corner, it says SS5. That should tell you flat to your face, that's IRS. But again, let's look at the SS4. So again, an SS4 is a tax ID for the corporation, a division, or a subsidiary. Now, line 1 is simple. It's black and white. It's right in front of you. Legal name of entity or individual person. If you allow me to put your name there, I can build you cash reports under tax ID. But if you allow me to. Now, we're going to dissect the form that you didn't pay attention to again, this one. Because line 9 says banking and credit purposes. And it allows you one per entity. See, when you brought the pain home, you gave yourself one entity, SSN. You became a duck and a sheep. You brought the pain home. That's called silly and dumb. All right? The reality is if you use corporate credit, you write off interest and credit card, and you have the line of defense. That's what a division does for you. But again, it's your choice. Every McDonald's you drive through says it's owned and operated, and it has a number. Every Wendy's, every Taco Bell, every grocery store, every bank, branch number. Why you brought the pain home? I don't know why it took so long to get a hold of me. I've been teaching and preaching for 44 years. This statement of guarantee, very simple. I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do for you and with you. You have to be part of the program. And you have to do what I ask you to do too. If you're not part of the program, the guarantee is nothing. Because you didn't do your part. You see, don't violate. All right, don't jack things up. I got 3 samples here. This one wants $500,000 of credit. I told him divisions. I popped him a card. I said, put some balances on these cards and don't do anything else. They went after 19 inquiries once I added my history. Well, they screwed up, so now they got to pay for another rapid. No, I'm not paying for that. This is how I got to deal with people sometimes. Not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. I look at facts. Here's another one. All right, they want credit. And I said, hey, you got to bring your balances down. You got to be at 29%, and you have all these zeros, so are these your cards? They were trade lines, which is a fraud. So please remove that. Here's another one. What are we going to do? I get them a card. All right, then I get them a gold card. Then they max it all out. What am I supposed to do with the consumer that won't follow through and screw things up? Again, that's why, all right, you have to listen and no violation. Don't jack it up. Don't apply during the program. If you do, you'll call 800-510-3338, and you'll talk to the floor manager's name is Santos. They might tell you need a new rapid. You have to pay for that. Or you got to do this or that. We might have to close your case. Don't blame me for your mistake that you might do for you. In other words, own your mistake. Own what needs to be done. Now, you chose to build credit under the SSN. You might have a debt or two you have to take care of. Over here, if you have an IRS problem, you go to irs.gov, all right, and you get their form called 656 433A and B. See, you don't want your past chasing your future. There's your goal. Step 3. As we do this today, remember, rapid rescore, rapid refresh. I created that to help put scores up, and away. So remember, if you allow me to, a rapid rescore, in the beginning, I give it to everybody for free, even though I have to pay an outside service. The ultimate goal. So what happens here is, all right, I push the score up, and away, create some green lights, and you might have to juggle, struggle. In other words, you get this card, do that card, and do this and that. You might have to do the Macarena because, all right, you might have to play Peter to pay Paul, pay Mary happy. You see, we all in life have to do juggle, struggle sometimes. But again, I'll work with you so we get past that. It's up to you. Getting the 750 score is not hard to do, as long as you do your part and I do my part. There's the goal. 750, getting goodies. So what I'd like to do is let you understand something. When we do this, I want to rebuild your credit reports. I want to do a rapid rescore. I want you to go to class on Saturday as many times as you can. From there, I want to guarantee you $750. I usually charge you $999 and give you a $500 cash card. Today, I discount this online to you for $499. Ultimate goal. That way, that card reimburses you 100%. That's simple. The program is being free for you. And the classes start on Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Simple. There's your Zell. Ultimate goal. So you're going to be assigned a specialist. This is a person that holds your hand every step of the way, guides you through the paperwork process, and get you back to my classes with me, because I'm online 6 days a week. If you choose to give referrals of 5 and they get into the program, whatever they get into, doesn't matter. I'm going to build you $10,000 of cash credit. You see, you know 5 people that know 5 people that know 5 people. You could build a network that can rebuild that and make you $1,000 a day. I have people that do that every day. So now I need you to do something for you. Can you please write down our phone number, 888-567-8688. I'd like you to call it and opt out for 5 years. It's a system you can do over the phone, very simple. You see, you added yourself to the national mailing list. That's why you get robocalls. That's why you get junk mail. Opt out for 5 years, please. That's what I'd like you to do. Next, I need you to plan the problem. See, your problem is, I'm sorry, you didn't plan the problem and you allowed someone to knock you down and rip you off. And you tried something that didn't work. You need a personalized coach to get through a process to learn. Now, I'd like you to write down safety credit. All your cards in your personal wallet have a sticky. You put the limit. You maintain 25% always. You never go past 29%. I'd like you to create a line of defense. Now, here's a client, and I wrote a procedure for her months ago. All right, and this is what I told her flat out. because she had her cards all over the place maxed out. I said, what you're going to do, and this is the procedure I sent her, you're going to put all your cards, you're going to put them in a rubber band, you're going to put them somewhere, and you're going to remember where you put them. If you have to, put a note to yourself in your cell phone, in case you have Dory syndrome. Next, you're going to make a list and start getting these cards. See, here's the problem. When you have to use a card past 29%, you should have asked the creditor to increase the limit before you jacked it up. You didn't do that. You brought the pain on yourself. So this person finally got to a point, she was mad at me, real mad. All right, it's like she just wanted to wring my neck. She couldn't get fast food anymore. She couldn't waste any more money. It put her on a budget. She now has a 780. Okay, she now knows how to manage her cards. And now she loves to hate me. So now she loves me, she hated me before. So line of defense is crucial as you learn to play. Please pay attention today. When I trained Yarborough this years ago, all dashboards now say 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So put that sticky in place and get that discipline down. Okay? Then your excuse is, well, I got to use my credit, Ray. That's why you get incorporation and division credit, so you don't screw up and bring the pain home again. You're going to need to balance the debt. Do you understand this? Balance the debt. Now, the other way to help you balance the debt, because there's a science behind the madness, is simple. Okay? If I have to build you a couple of cards and build you up, you have to accept that. Maybe you have no credit at all. I'd like you to get familiar with what I call the 2 perfect cards on the planet. There's only 2. They have 2 limits, and they don't care about the 29% rule at all. All the other cards do. They have a paid over time limit, and they have basically unlimited up to $1 million. They are the American Express Gold or Platinum cards. These cards would help you balance this over here, so you wouldn't screw it up. Got it? And they also, you can get them for the corporation as well. I can build that up for you if you like. Let me know. Next thing is, when you get and become a client, I always add $250,000 of credit above what you get as a bonus, because I believe you're going to want more. See, to run a real business, you need $250,000 to $1 million of cash credit, period. And that's what you got to focus on. If you want a $50,000 or $100,000, they're on discount today. There's your prices. Let me know. As you do this, it's like anything else. People have problems. Things happen every day. You lose your job, you have an emergency. What do? Most people run out of time, run out of money, and then they jack up this in 42 days. I'm sorry, this is silly and dumb. People bring it to, they hurt their own family. I don't get it. I'd rather screw up a division of a corporation, all right, not screw the corporation up for me. I want my second chance. I want to make sure I have my line of defense. I didn't ask the things to happen wrong, but I can plan the problem, and I can understand when I need $5,000 now. I ask the friends, I ask the family, the bank, they say no. When you don't need it, here you go. The average person wastes $50 every other day. So this means if I max out this $5,000 card today, my payment's $50 a month. They say the average person wastes $150 a week. So if I took this $100,000 card here, and I took $50,000 off the card today, the payment, this is a corporate card, I write interest in the credit card, and I take $50,000 card, my payment is $612.26. So I could actually get and use corporate credit to get 2 pizza restaurants and a drive-thru during the pandemic. I don't have to bring the pain home. The ultimate goal. That's the goal for you. Reaching your goal, believe in yourself. Me, I've always believed in God, and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet, I was kicking the door jam at 10, kicking the basketball hoop, and they're going, what? See, I do the things they say you can't do. I believe white men can jump, and stupid people say we don't. You got choices today. Nixon took the gold standard out. Most people didn't pay attention to that. I need you to write down Ray's rules again. This time I want you to write down 2 cards, $100,000. Never use more than 29%. That gives you $71,000 of safety credit case, or lost a job, pandemic, or something happened to you. Think. When you use this to start a business and jack it up, you get stuck. You couldn't write up diddly squat. That hurt you and your family. When you use corporate credit, you write off the interest and the credit card. If the division screws up, you bankrupt the piece, you save the corp, you save your family. You see, I think you should have your cake and eat it too. Step number 7 today. And stop bringing the pain home. All right, and be that CFO. To be a certified CFO, you need to know the rules, apply them. There's the goal for you, ultimate goal. You see, you can Google the address and find out the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, my 3 yachts at the time, and the day I died 13 years ago in a coma. But again, it didn't matter. I got millions and billions. It didn't matter at all through corporate structure. I think the devil's trying to knock us all down and hold us back. See, God's delays aren't God's denials, but it's your choice. So the NACB, all right, certified me as the #1 consultant worldwide, signed by Ken Yarbrough himself, TRW, and Experian. So please listen today. Your personal life should be a break-even. Anything above that should go to the corporation. But I'm going to tell you again to balance your debt. A corporation is a legal person, so we only have 10 great credit cards, so that means per entity. That means $1 million of credit. All right, the bottom line is not legal accounting advice, it's just using the Ray Reynolds blueprint, the ultimate goal. See it, believe it, go get it. Simple. So if you need that 100,000 to $1 million, we're going to fight like you know what to go get it. Once we accomplish certain goals, getting the second one is easier. The first one's kind of a pain sometimes. As an affiliate, 119 creditors, here's my dashboard. I'm allowed to start a credit report under SSN SS4. You tried it years ago under your SSN. You took a couple years to try to get it right. Even today, you learn things from me. And the bottom line is you could have did it at the SS4 instead. If you allow me, I'll set it up for you. Now, if I build you credit, what are you going to do with the money? You got to pay it back. That's why you start a business. You have expos next year, 18 of them. 4 points of income. Franchise, they stayed open during the pandemic. Maybe it's real estate. Maybe it's leveraging money. Maybe it's profit sharing. I just like to get you ready next year if you allow me to. Again, a corporation, here's chapter 18 I promise to show you, is a legal person. A corporation. Now, I was lucky when I was being used and abused by Mrs. Hope. When I was 7.5 years old, I heard that at their poker game on a Wednesday night. I went to the library the next day, all right, next to the Torrance Police Department. Ma'am, what does this mean? All right, she walked away, didn't say a word, came back and said, "It's a microfiche, he's a bug." She was a real, She wasn't nice, she's a librarian, tell me about it. I read the book. I was looking for a blueprint, something that could help me get out of hell. So I couldn't find it, so I wrote my own blueprint. I am the blueprint that God wanted me to be for you. Pay attention today. I went back for 2 years. I am the founder of Helping Hand Industries at 9.5 years old. 100,000 of credit in the mail, and I got named in the movie Dave. So pay attention today. You got one SSN, we're all a bunch of sheep and a dove to ducks. Corporation gets one tax ID. That means if they get sued, it sues me. Where's my way to not bring the pain home? Well, banks and grocery stores don't bring the pain home. So basically, I set up divisions in 85 and 86. There's your second chance. The division. All right, that's what you're going to understand. A corporation should be a management company. Ultimate goal. My blueprint should change your life. So a corporation, multiple functions. I have to listen carefully to the words. You have to master the process, the procedures, and the forms to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If you have a division in trouble, tenants separate because you don't know which one's going to slip and fall and sue you. Corporation gets credit, so do the divisions. So that way it can finance itself. That's the ultimate goal. So please understand divisions, how you can become a certified CFO, rules and tools. Now, I pulled off a stunt a long time ago. I billed credit for my cat. I did it for Monix's cat. Inc. magazine asked me about credit. I said use plastic to finance the business. See, I learned a long time ago cats have 9 lives. So I figure I can have 9 lives too. So if you would allow me to get the tax ID for the corporate the divisions, I'm going to start a cash report for you. I'm going to build you cash credit cards to the corporation or the divisions so you can write off the interest rate and the credit card. I'm going to line you up so you get checkbook money. There's the goal. Now, here's 7 reasons why you want me to do it. Okay? Write them down. You can't take a picture. Now, line of defense. So let's understand. A corporation is a legal person. Remember that? The reason you want a corp is to buffer tax. Now, let's understand what that really means. You get a paycheck. It's taxed. You get the leftover. A corporation receives money in. It gets to pay all the bills first and pay tax on the leftover if there's any leftover. Rich and famous people make sure their lines of credit are more than the money they bring in. So the divisions are my line of defense. They're cheap. They're multiple functions. You buy at wholesale price. All right? You basically, from there, real estate, separate liability. What I get to do with the tax ID is start an Experian, an Equifax, and a TransUnion credit report. That way it's done right. Divisions, I even came up with a chart for you. If you tell me what your goal is, I'll tell you how many divisions you're going to need. A million, it's usually 9 divisions. All right, 54 divisions if you basically, or 44 if you want 5 million. So we broke it down in a procedure. You can't even really mess it up. As you structure that, that is your line of defense. So let's think about the corp you have, or I give you one. Let me get you a gold card. All right, unlimited up to $1 million, and let's get 9 sister cards. Is that okay? We multiply it. See, every bank, every grocery store, and every franchise you drive through to get your Big Mac have a number to it. So if you basically put property or franchise and one screwed up, you'd have 8 left to go and set up another one too. Here's your line of defense. Very simple for you. So let's understand how to play the game. So as we do this, divisions, I charge $500 a piece. 3 for $1,500. All right, 9 is usually $4,500. Today, with me, online only, you can get a division of you, all right, for $299. It's a giveaway. You can get 3 divisions for $999, but I'm going to give you as a bonus through me $10,000 of cash credit. If you did 9 divisions for $1,999, I'm going to give you $20,000 of bonus cash credit. So one of those is free, is the division of the credit. You see, there's the ultimate goal, doing something online with me during the broadcast. There's a Zelle, bank transfer, wire deposit. 33 days left, 22 working days. That scares me. We're running out of time. On my Saturday, I usually have 10 classes. One of the classes at 2:30 in the afternoon is a specialty class. There's 8 of them in rotation. And what happens is I charge $9.99 for all 8 classes and rotations for 90 days. If you want the real estate class this weekend, or it's basically one day for $2.99, you got to Zelle it during this broadcast. Because I want you to write down, and write these 2 things down, please. I want you to write it down and focus on this. I want you to write down UCC1 chattel mortgage. UCC1 chattel mortgage. I'd like you to write down homestead blocker. For instance, all the real estate, millions and millions and millions and billions and whatever real estate, if I lose and someone don't pay the rent, I get all their goodies anyway, and the insurance pays me $65,000 because I put the right forms in place that I created to make sure even when I lose, I still win. There's your Zelle. Ultimate goal, the banks are very simple. Checkbook money, business line of credit, personal business. You need to have the owner now. In January, there's your 2 years. And you have to use average balance and some other things. And you get to the workshops, we'll teach you the other pieces as well. I'm always going to call that checkbook money. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, U.S. Bank, Navy Fed, and other ones, they have checkbook money. Now, this could be up to $5.4 million of checkbook money. But it takes a corp and a bunch of divisions. Is that okay? You learn to be the certified CFO? But again, there's your opportunity. See, every cash application requires a certified CFO, period. You cannot get cash credit without it. So if you use your personal credit to start a business and jacked it up and got stuck, you can't write up diddly squat. When you use corporate credit, borrow money is not taxable. When you win, you absorb the taxation usually. When you lose, you just get rid of a division and you do it again and again till you get it right. When you do retire, your bills don't go away. So get your cake and eat it too, please, using Ray's rules. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. See, again, my goal for you is simple. All right? I'm not wanting just to sell you what I want. I want to basically get you what you need, provide what you need, the pieces to put your puzzle together. So if you stood up right now and you put one hand up and said, SSN, I'm a sheep and I'm a duck, it's true. The other hand should say SS4. That way you never pay tax till you make a profit. Now this is public record, IRS. But again, what am I going to tell you again? The SSN SS4, file one tax return, all right, and almost pay no tax at all. Simple. Working in conjunction with the IRS. If I gave you a check for $1 million, I'm sorry, you're going to put it in your personal bank account. I think that's silly. You only get to keep $375. I'd tell you to write it and put it into the corporation or division of you. Pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. So the ultimate goal is simple. So I want you to learn to win. Is that okay? It's kind of like anything else, step number 8. As we play today, Richard didn't listen to me. All right, he got $1 million off Survivor the first show. I told him exactly what to do. He didn't listen. He pissed it all away and went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation. Then went back when he violated that too. See, 11 cities filed bankruptcy. Now understand, the United States of America Incorporated set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. So they do the line of defense in your face, and you don't seem to pay attention. Now understand, they invented and created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. That way they can bankrupt the debt and stay in business. So you could learn to play the game if you want to, but you have to follow through. Now I'd like you to write down the word bankruptcy today. I want you to Google it. You see, if you brought the pain home, you didn't really have to, but you did. If we Google bankruptcy today, because life is a roller coaster of faith and persistence, we have to understand there's going to be another problem down the road. Let's plan for it. Will it be the SSN, you and your family bring the pain home, or will it be an SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary? Ultimate goal. Okay? Simple. Please pay attention as we do this today. My dashboards tell me yes or no, and I don't waste inquiries like most of you do. Sorry. If you let me add you to my credit system, I can rebuild you. I'm going to rapid rescore, push the score up, create some green lights. I'm going to charge you $499. What the person average wastes in a given couple weeks. And I'm going to give you a $500 cash card back to you. And you get to go to class and you're stuck with me. Ultimate goal. Every Saturday they start at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. From here, if you have a corporation and you want me to build you up to $1 million, let me know. I'll train you to be the CFO and build the credit for you. Remember, because you got a corp, you didn't learn diddly squat. They're actually free, especially in California, even waive the filing fee. So you got choices. Stop following like sheep. Start learning for yourself. Now, here's a starter package. This is for beginners. Let's rebuild the credit, rapid score, make them a good CFO. Let's give them articles, also tax if they don't have it. Let's get them in setup and level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. They're stuck with me. All right, let's get them $5,000 of credit instead of $1,999. Okay, I discount it to $999 during the broadcast, half price. So that way you get 5 times your money back. It's better than being in Vegas. The next thing we have to look at is, again, Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m., setup and level 1 with me live. Next thing is Millionaire in the Making. This one, same goodies, but you get $25,000 of bonus cash credit, normally $5,000. During the broadcast, I discount it, half price, to $24.99. That way you can learn how to play more. But that comes with 10 times your money back, $25,000. And you go to the class on Saturday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here's the way you get payment: Zelle. In the message, you put exactly what you're Zelling for: bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Deposit slip, sign it so we know your name's there when you make the deposit. See, you're going to have to beat your doubt. You're going to have to run your own race. I just like to rebuild you and work with you hand in hand, if you allow me to. Ultimate goal. See, getting past go, I can show you goodies and how to get your own goodies. God's gift, the mansion in the harbor, race boats and yachts, helicopters, Lamborghinis and buildings. So today I want you to focus. All right, I want you to put your puzzle together. All right, so you know exactly how to take care of your family. All right, basically get the house, the car, the money, and on top of that, the business to go and pay the bills back. The ultimate goes up to you. Now, here's something I need you to do. I would like your driver's license address to be removed, all right, and have a P.O. box or mailing address based on what your state allows you to do, because that's called privacy. Next, I want you to think about how when you buy a car, you do it wrong. Sorry. You go to the dealership, you get sweated for 5 hours, you lose $5,000, you get 9 inquiries. The paper you turned in back to them, you write down allows 1 inquiry, and you take a picture. That way you set the tone. You don't allow them to do this anymore to you. In the future, you're going to do cars my way. Fleet price, tax ID division. Write it down. From there, it doesn't show up on personal report. It's a corporate write-off. And you're learning to become a qualified CFO purchasing a car. From there, see, the registered owner has to be a division. If it's you and they sue you, they take everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. Why not? I want you to plan the problem. I want you to stop bringing the pain home. The ultimate goal. Now, if you do real estate like I've done for years, every division has a piece of property. See, you don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you. We want to set up the liability, separate it. Your personal life paycheck should offset by your house payment. Amazon paid no tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they? They know how to play. You see, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. This man bought Twitter with a line of credit. He has a spaceship, so do the other two. You could join the club and learn how to win the battle too. But again, that's step 15 for you. A specialist is assigned to you, guide you through the process, and get back to me, because I'm the one who teaches all the classes and the workshops. Run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. Ultimate goal. Become that certified CFO with knowledge, rules, and tools, and learn to play so you don't bring the pain home. It's kind of like pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Let's think, your paycheck, is it not called taxable income? And then you get the leftover. And what happens is you pay the car, gas, registration, insurance. It's simple. Why don't we yell no and get you a company car? I drive one, why shouldn't you? Step 17. Again, it's your choice. Now today, I'd like you to get a hold of a copy of an SS4 form. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. It's IRS public record. See, you can go to irs.gov, download the SS4 form, and quit being a duck and find out what I'm telling you is the truth. It'll set you free. See, every woman who delivers a baby after Nixon took the gold standard out, bottom line, they're told to get an SSN form. They hand it to them at the hospital. So then the baby's got a social security number, goes in the stroller, car seat, and goes home. You see, everything I do is a procedure, rules, and tools. The blueprint. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Okay, very simple. From there, if you have a house and it's not in a trust and they sue you, they just take it away. If you die, it gets stuck in a probate and your family got diddly squat. When you fix up a property, you hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But if they slip, fall, and cut corners, they sue you and take everything you got. My way, they're going to get diddly squat. Why not? Irrevocable trust. Could you Google that for me today, please? All right, step 19, you got 6 more to go. See, I get people almost every day, Ray, I don't want to be taxed. I tell them, knock off the garbage. Come on, it's simple. You cannot play games with the IRS making a mess. If you tried that, go to irs.gov, download a form called 656 433A and B. All right, get yourself back in the system, because that's where you belong. Step 20, ultimate goal. As we play, you can get wholesale price up to 70% for fix-up properties. You usually don't pay a bill for 30, 60 to 90 days. You become OPM. Next thing is, if you got that 200,000 out of escrow, instead of pissing it away like most people do, why don't we leverage it into 15 million? Borrow money. Ray's rules, leverage money, borrow money is not taxable in the line of defense. What a concept. So we today could learn how to play step 22 or 21. It's called blackjack. So understand that. Now, my location finally in 2008 went greatest year. 2009, I'm doing up to $1 million a day. Locations in 3 states as well. I'm helping people 6 days a week. I'm on top of the world with all the goodies, millions, billions, didn't matter. God allowed me to go in a coma. I got to die. Someone stole my life, come back homeless. It was embarrassing. It took me 6 weeks to get $1 million of credit. 6 weeks. All right, so I can rebuild my life. You see, you can rebuild your life too if you choose to, using Ray Reynolds' blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. Now, I'm going to always tell you what to do, all right, but I need you to follow through. CFO is 1,000 steps that you need to master, and it ends up being $1 million of credit. Again, my schedule, 6 days a week. You have Setting the Tone coming up on the 27th, 28th, 29th. It's 3 days online. It comes with level 1, 2, 3 in specialty classes and 50,000 of credit. It's about $14,000 of bonuses. Normally 10,000 discounted to. Today you can get it for $4,999. If you don't want the bonuses, simple, then it's $1,000 a day. If you want to get into my 6-month boot camp called Millionaire Member, you can have me basically rebuild your personal and business life together. You get the personal touch, 25 people in this. It's on the same kickoff the same days, and we're going to have Zooms every 2 weeks. And I'm going to call you and bug you every week. I'm going to put you in all classes for 6 months, rapid rescore. I'm going to give you $100,000 of bonus cash credit, and we're going to give you some topics to think about. This is just a couple of things we're going to work through about asset protection. We're going to think about other things like building and buying real estate to divisions, a line of credit, daisy chaining cards into more cards, building supply and vendor credit, and a lot more. All right, we're going to work on it for 6 months. The personal touch you get from me, the ultimate goal. So if you do this, this is $10,000. But again, if you got a line of credit for $100,000, I would have charged you 10. So is the bonus free or the 6 months of the credit? So you got to make a decision. You can sell the deposit. You want to be one of the 25. You can pay in full, get a 10% discount. All right, or you can put $5,000 as the minimum deposit, and then you can make 5 payments. Ultimate goal, and it's a Zelle bank transfer deposit. So please remember, helping you balance your debt. They do have 2 perfect cards on the planet, and they don't use the 29% rule. They have unlimited up to $1 million and paid over time limit, and that is your gold and platinum personal business, and it'll help you balance your debt. That way you can get the American dream. Checkbook money, we have to go and get it. The only way to play. Ultimate goal, step 22. You see, a corporation's a legal what? Person. I was lucky when I was being used and abused, I paid attention because I wanted out of hell. Corporation gets credit, so do divisions. That is your line of defense and your second chance not to bring the pain home. If the cat can get credit, Inc. Magazine can do exactly what I told them to do. You can realize that divisions. Cats have 9 lives. Why don't you? Ultimate goal, line of defense. So when I do a division with tax ID or corporation, credit reports. 7 reasons why. The ultimate goal, Sperian, Trangio, and Equifax. Building the reports. The chart. You tell me your goal, I'll tell you how many divisions you need. So if it's say 3 for 1,500, the goal is today 1 division of use, $299. 3 divisions, and now today I'm giving $10,000 of credit as a bonus for $999 for 3 divisions. 9 divisions normally be $4,500 by itself. $1,999 today, and you get $20,000 of bonus cash credit. That's today. There's your Zelle bank transfer deposit. You see, 22 working days is not enough. It scares me. I want checkbook money. Ultimate goal. What are you willing to lose? Family, never. Corp, they sue you. Division. So if I create a division and I let it be the duck, we play chess today, we both lose pieces on both sides. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in front of you. I want us both to get checkmate. Step 23. Stop bringing the pain home and learn to be a certified CFO. You want to give referrals? I'll build you 10,000 of credit for 5 referrals that sign up. Get a network with the people you know. You see, I like Lamborghinis and big buildings, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Raise rules, making people millionaires, corporations, and divisions, and training them to be the CFO. The ultimate goal, using my blueprint that God gave me to give you. You want 100,000 or 50? I got 2 basically that are discounted today. Already going to add, if you sign up, I'm going to put 250,000 of credit to the system for you, ready to build corporate divisions, ready to go. So again, it's up to you. My credit system is to rebuild you. The Rapid Rescore helps that so much, and there's the goal. So if you allow me to show you how to get the American dream, I get to basically already analyze you and tell you what you need to do, and if we follow through in 90 working days. So what happens? Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, just a piece of paper. We have to give it life, like real estate, division, franchise, current business, or line of defense. The reason I give bonus cash credit in every program is I want to make sure you understand. I want you to use it to rebuild the credit into the corporation and divisions and finance your dream and have no excuses. Because corporate credit's a write-off, interest rate, and a credit card line of credit. Step 24. Ultimate goal, rebuild the credit, $750. You have to be part of the program. From there, $499, a giveaway, $5 card back to you. From there, you have classes start on Saturday, every Saturday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Starter package. Rebuild the credit, rapid score. Articles also tax ID if you don't have them. Set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. 5,000 of credit. And then I discount this to you for $999, so you get 5 times your money back. Your goal is simple, like million in the making. $25,000 of credit back to you, and you spend $2,499. Again, I want to change the world before I die again. I want to change your world too. It's a Zelle bank transfer deposit. So you could be and should be the corporate millionaire. If banks and grocery stores can do this in front of you, and cities, you can start learning to stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. Using my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. So today, stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal. So you got some specials I offer today. You got about 30 minutes to do it. If you do it, you get the win. After that, you can call the sales team, 800-510-3338. They can't give you the same pricing and bonuses that I give, but they'll do their best. All right, that's step 25. So today, let's do our best. Let God do the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.